You're working on your whiplash recovery, but nothing's healing the way it should. You're doing the exercises, the neck roll, even the gaze stabilization. But it seems like no matter what you do, the injury keeps persisting. Here's one of the annoying things about injury recovery. You can be doing everything correctly, but if you don't have the right nutritional building blocks to make the tissue needed in order to heal, it's going to be a long way before you actually start noticing an improvement in your symptoms. Which is fine, because this is actually one of the big things that I love talking about, which is nutritional supplementation to help with injury recovery. And in the case of a whiplash injury, we're not just looking at bones. We're looking at ligaments, we're looking at neural tissue, and we're looking at other soft tissue structures that are affected in a whiplash injury. Now, there are some phases to whiplash recovery, so I'm going to go through all three of those with you together so that you can make some decisions on what your best course of action is for a whiplash injury recovery, or just any other type of injury that might involve ligaments, neural tissue, or soft tissue like muscle. The first thing I want you to do is think of your body's nutritional stores like a bank account. You have certain nutrients on reserve in the case of an injury, but in the case of something more brutal like a whiplash injury, you're actually going to go through a lot of your body's magnesium, vitamin C, and amino acids shortly after the accident just to have an inflammatory response. So not even long-term healing, but just that quick initial swelling that comes after blunt force trauma. What most people do, and this is fine if you want to start here, is they just try to supplement using their diet. They assume if they're eating a clean enough diet that everything should heal naturally. And it can, but we already know that it's hard to get your vitamins and minerals for daily functions, let alone something like an injury recovery. Think about if you grab your vitamin, your daily one-a-day vitamin, and you look on the back, a lot of that stuff will say 100% of your daily value. That's for a normal day. It's not accounting for you're trying to rebuild a lot of the ligaments and tendons in your neck. I see this all the time with athletes because thinking of something like a macronutrient, something as simple as protein intake, the average person takes in about 40 to 50 grams of protein per day for general tissue maintenance. As soon as you start exercising, that goes up by at least double, and normally will go up as far as quadrupling if you're a serious athlete. So when you have a serious injury like whiplash, your demand for things like collagen and proteolytic enzymes can quadruple, if not quintuple, just to try and break down damaged tissue and then repair what's been damaged. So that makes it pretty obvious as to why, if you're not actively working on replenishing those nutrient stores, your body's going to have to take them from somewhere else, and you're going to start feeling fatigued and groggy because your body is pulling nutrients it needs from your brain, from other muscle tissues, even from your skeleton, to try and fuel recovery. We're going to start with the anti-inflammatory protocol because immediately following an accident, for as long as 2 weeks after that accident, your body is still in fight or flight mode and it's very inflamed. And I've used this analogy with people in the office. Imagine a car accident that starts creating a traffic jam. You need the police and the ambulance and the firefighter to be able to get to the site of the accident. But if traffic is so backed up from swelling, then those people that need to get to the accident can't. The same thing will happen in your body. After an acute injury, yes, you need to have some swelling. Those inflammatory chemicals are going to do that. But if they linger in an area too long, blood, oxygen, vitamins, minerals your body needs to heal can't get there because you're all backed up. Now, can you take an NSAID like ibuprofen? Sure. But it can actually have a negative effect in that it'll shut off the inflammatory response so much that it causes problems. Our main goal isn't to shut off inflammation, it's just to regulate it so that it doesn't go overboard. You know the problem with bee stings. The first one isn't always that bad, but if you have a hyperallergic reaction to a bee sting, then it becomes a problem. Your body's response, its immune response, is so aggressive it can kill you. So we're trying to walk that fine line of having an immune response, but not one that's so intense that it gets in its own way. So the things I recommend to a lot of people are just a strong curcumin supplement and omega-3 fatty acids. If you really like turmeric, cooking with turmeric, yes, curcumin is naturally in it. You want to be getting about 500 to 2,000 milligrams of curcumin. It's a COX-2 inhibitor, which means it helps to downregulate an inflammatory response that's common for the interleukins, for the immune cells that cause a lot of that swelling and blood and fluid to rush into an area. Secondly, omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ones high in EPA and DHA, are going to be useful for your recovery, not just bringing down inflammation, but also any neural dysfunction you might have from trauma to either the brainstem, the brain itself, or your peripheral nervous system. And with omega-3 fatty acids, what you would want to look at is something with a higher amount of DHA fatty acids, and you're looking at an intake of about 2 to 4 grams a day. As far as manufacturers go, I personally use Designs for Health. That's what Holly and I use, either for multivitamins or nutritional supplements. But you can also take some other good quality companies. Thorne, Thorne, is a high quality company. Also, Douglas Labs has been very good. They're based out of Pittsburgh, but they were sold to Nestle, and I don't know if anything in their products have changed since they got sold. But historically, they were also a very good quality company. After those first 2 weeks of initially bringing down inflammation, we'll move into phase 2, which is more active rebuilding of the ligaments to account for ligament laxity. And you're going to be using collagen, manganese, and zinc. So manganese, we will take magnesium, but they're 2 separate supplements. For collagen, there's type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is more the structural strength building block for collagen. Type 2, though, is the kind that your body uses more for ligament remodeling, which is primarily what we're doing right after an injury. So you will need both, but type 2 is that initial injury recovery. Type 1 is going to be long duration, making sure that ligament's strong. Anywhere from 10 to 20 grams of hydrolyzed collagen, and hydrolyzed just means they break it down so your body can digest it a lot better, is going to be optimal for soft tissue injuries. Normally how I'll do this is I'll take 5 grams with breakfast, 5 with lunch, 5 with dinner, so that your body is getting the most exposure to it without getting so much that it just gets it out of your system and you don't even get to use it. Manganese, check the back of the supplement bottle. Anything that says it's chelated or the bisglycinate form is going to be optimal for you to use. You're looking for somewhere between 2 to 2.5 milligrams. And then finally, zinc. Ideally, a zinc picolinate, typically around 15 milligrams, is going to be your best bet for ligament remodeling. So these 3 guys are actually the main ones, like the bare minimum that I will recommend to whiplash patients, because they are going to be the building blocks for the new ligaments. If we don't get the right material to rebuild those ligaments will stay loose, they can stay injured, and we're going to have chronic instability in the neck or anywhere else that was affected by the whiplash. So while bringing down inflammation is big, while fixing brain fog is big, from a structural standpoint, these 3 supplements are going to be a necessity. Otherwise, we're doing all those exercises in the whiplash recovery blueprint, and they're not for nothing, but we're not optimizing for recovery. Concurrently with phase 1 and 2, we have phase 3, which is neurological recovery. And I'm currently sitting in the way because my whiteboard is too small, and also the light shines right on it, but what we're looking at is magnesium. Specifically, magnesium L-Threonate, normally referred to as Neuromag. So what the heck does any of that mean? Well, whenever you have a whiplash injury, your head flies forward and back. Even if you don't hit your head, your brain also flies forward and flies back. It hits off the inside of your skull, and that causes inflammation. Magnesium is very useful for decreasing inflammation and aiding the inflammatory response in your nervous system. But It's really hard for things to cross over the blood-brain barrier, even magnesium and other nutrients your brain uses regularly. For any of you who have ever supplemented with magnesium, there are so many different kinds, from the ones that help you go to the bathroom, the ones that help with muscle cramps, the ones that help with anxiety, to this form, that magnesium L-Threonate, which is specifically for concussions. The patented version of magnesium L-Threonate is called Magteam, so you might find it that way. But what's really cool is they started doing a lot of research with this stuff back when I was finishing up school around 2018, 2019, and they saw that it was able to cross the blood-brain barrier. Like I said, a lot of things have difficulty crossing that blood-brain barrier. So the fact that they were able to come up with this for concussions was awesome, because it made sure that people suffering from cognitive disorders or injuries were actually getting a key nutrient that they needed to recover. Now, there are a lot of other benefits to this stuff, like stress relief, sleep quality, and cognitive function. I actually do take this, not because I've ever had a concussion, but because it is very useful for brain health and it's a preventative. And while they've never studied it for cognitive disorders like dementia or Parkinson's, I just take it to be safe. In any case, if our only focus is the inflammation and rebuilding the ligaments, we're really only focusing on half the problem, because neuromuscular connections involve the muscle, the soft tissue, but also your central nervous system and your brain. So if those nerves aren't firing properly and your brain remains swollen, those muscles are either going to stay hypertonic and tight from stress or from bad signals leaving the brain just because it never fully healed. I've spent about 14 years working in the nutrition and supplement industry, either working at GNC, working in undergrad, or at Palmer, my chiropractic college, learning about nutrition, or just as passion projects because I am really interested in this stuff. These are the basic building blocks you're going to want to be taking if you've had a whiplash injury, if you've had some sort of soft tissue injury. Like I said, the ligament laxity bundle is typically good whether or not you've even been in a whiplash injury. Any kind of muscle strain, that'll be a benefit. Designs for Health is a great company. All of their stuff is made in the bioavailable form, meaning your body can actually use it. But Thorne always puts out good products. Douglas Labs historically has put out good products as well. Check them out, find one that works for you. To make your life easier so you don't have to write this all down and then go shopping on Amazon, there is a link down in the description for the Designs for Health page. And full disclosure, I do get a small commission on that stuff, but the price isn't any higher for you because you used that link. That all stays the same. But in any case, combine these supplements with that whiplash recovery protocol or the exercises that we do on this channel, and you're going to be increasing your chances of getting that 100% recovery from your whiplash injury. And with that, thank you guys for watching. I'm Dr. Beck. Make sure you like this video. It helps it reach more people, and I will see you in the next one.